You need a cover letter, an email to your landlord, or a project summary. You open your AI tool, type a quick request, and then stare at that blinking cursor, waiting for it to do the heavy lifting. And what you get back is a wall of text filled with words like passionate, dynamic, and quick learner. It reads exactly like every other generic robotic draft on the internet. It doesn't sound like you at all. At this point, it's easy to close the tab and assume the technology simply hasn't caught up to human nuance yet. But across the world, another person is typing into that exact same AI model and receiving a highly detailed, perfectly personalized response. The machine is identical. This gap in quality usually comes down to how we communicate. By adjusting your workflow rather than waiting for the model to improve, you can start seeing the kind of results that normally only come from the top 5% of power users. A common misstep happens before you even type a word, relying on the wrong tier of the tool. If you ask a basic, free model to plan a trip to Goa, it hands you a generic list of crowded tourist beaches. Ask a premium model, and it maps out quiet local spots and asks you follow-up questions to refine the budget. Beyond the tier, the platform itself matters. For those working heavily within the Google ecosystem, Gemini is built to integrate quickly and operates with massive speed. If you need deep analytical writing or coding, Claude is structurally better suited for those tasks. To find your exact fit, try the 2-week rule. Pick one specific tool and use it for every digital task for 14 consecutive days. You aren't doing this because the tool will excel at everything. You are doing this to intentionally hit the software's breaking point. Finding exactly where the AI fails is how you learn its true limits and know when it's time to switch models. Once you have the right tool, you must fix the prompt. Most people feed the AI a few adjectives, expecting it to read their mind. Instead, invert the process. Tell the AI, before you write this cover letter, ask me 5 questions to get the context you need. The AI will immediately identify the missing details. But typing out long, thoughtful answers to 5 highly specific questions creates a lot of friction. Skip the keyboard, open a high-quality voice-to-text app, and just talk. Ramble out your answers naturally. The messy, spoken details contain the exact human context the AI needs to sound authentic. If you don't have existing examples to guide the AI, give it a rigid framework instead. Instruct it to use the STAR method: situation, task, action, and result. By combining dense vocal context with a professional structural constraint, the AI stops guessing what you want to say and starts organizing your actual competence. Even with a great framework, starting a brand new chat window and re-explaining your background from scratch every single day gets exhausting. Tools like ChatGPT and Claude offer a feature called projects, while Gemini uses gems. These act as persistent memory vaults where you can permanently store your resume, past successes, and specific instructions. To truly make this fall work, take a generic AI draft and rewrite it in your own voice. Feed both versions back into the model to compare, identify your patterns, and extract a set of customized writing rules. Drop that checklist into your project's main instructions. From then on, your first drafts bypass the robotic tone and start closer to your actual voice. When your AI is generating highly specific, professional-sounding material, the stakes change. A hallucinated statistic delivered with total confidence is incredibly dangerous when it sounds exactly like something you would write. You have to build a verification habit. Take any critical data point the AI gives you and paste the exact query into a completely different model to check for discrepancies. If Claude and ChatGPT disagree on the numbers, you know you have an issue. To dig deeper, command the AI to act as a skeptical expert and aggressively critique its own previous output. When the AI starts pulling apart its own logic or failing to provide real source links, that friction is the exact moment you need to step in. Human judgment is required to verify what the machine cannot. With enough specific context, the boundary between chatting and software development starts to disappear. This is vibe coding, using natural language to build functional tools without writing a line of code yourself. Instead of fighting with messy spreadsheets, you can ask Claude to generate a custom HTML job application tracker. You dictate the exact columns you need: company, date, and status, and the AI writes the code. You can export the file, open it in your browser, and run it directly on your phone or laptop. It is entirely yours. Moving into that top 5% requires a shift from passive asking to active management. By putting in the upfront work to cross-examine, anchor, and systemize your interactions, you stop treating the AI as a search engine and start using it as a reliable extension of your own work.